Hello, this is Darren Magee, and welcome to my mental health awareness, information, and education channel. Today's topic is going to be on the fear of success. It comes from a question following a video I did before about the fear of failing, and someone had asked, well, what about the opposite? What about the fear of succeeding? So today we're going to look at that. We're going to look at why do we fear success? Why are we so reluctant to utilize our strengths and our qualities? Why do we why do we fear having a sense of satisfaction, gratification over our achievements or accomplishments? We're going to look at some of those fears. We're going to name them. We're going to address them. We're going to look at some of those self-defeating behaviors. So first of all, I think there is a belief that it is easier to fail than to succeed. We may have particular expectations placed on us by others, placed on us by ourselves. Those expectations, for example, that it is wrong to even try, that we're no good at anything. So therefore, nothing ventured is nothing gained. We may fear the change that success brings. That change can be challenging. It may bring a new level of responsibility that we fear we might not be able to live up to, because that responsibility may in itself bring more work. And this is where, as we talk about the fear of succeeding, sometimes it is the fear of failing at succeeding, because that success may bring new expectations from others. And we may hear things like, well, you're supposed to be the expert, you're meant to be the expert. And then we fear letting them down. We fear being seen a particular way. Sometimes the fear of success is the fear of being rejected. But if you look at it another way, it's not necessarily rejection that we fear. We fear other people's envy. Now, envy, like a lot of things, envy is one of those things that it's one of those terms that gets a bad press. We often think of the green-eyed monster, and yes, it can be. But a healthy level of envy can inspire us. We can look at someone more accomplished and think, I'd like to be more like that. What are they doing that I could learn? But sometimes when other people are envious of us, it's more scornful, and that's what we fear. And that can lead us to play down our strengths, our qualities, our achievements, or whatever. But remember, there's different levels of success. It doesn't always have to be about being a champion athlete or a multi-billionaire or a rock star or something. There's different levels of success. There's different levels of little victories and things we have along the way. And I remember personal example, and it's the thing about personal examples. I often say to people, if you don't want me to talk about your bad behavior, well, maybe you shouldn't have behaved badly. It's hardly rocket science. But I remember a lot of years ago working in a place where not just myself, but all of the staff, they played down everything they did. If someone came up with a good idea or a solution to do something, they would say, someone else told me how to do that. The manager in the place, he saw other people's initiative and creativity. He tended to see that as a threat to himself, and he would go into these childlike tantrums. There was one guy in particular who used to delete emails from customers and clients saying, good job, thank you, well done, I'm very pleased, because he feared if the manager saw that, the consequences he would have to face. So that led everybody in the building to pretty much play down any strengths or talents or qualities that they had. Which, if you think about it rationally, they were playing down the fact that they were doing pretty much what they were being paid to do. So that's a kind of avoidant behavior that the fear of success brings. Avoiding how other people may see us. And that leaks into other areas. Someone says good job, we'll say it was nothing. Someone says that looks good on you, we'll say I bought it in the sale. Someone says well done, you passed the test, and the answer will be it was my third go, or I was lucky, they didn't see what I did wrong. Because again, the fear could be the more I succeed, the further I have to fall. So it leads to that avoidant kind of playing everything down. Again, what if I fail at being successful? Now, the fear of success can also bring about a procrastination. Now, procrastination and avoidance, there's a difference. When we avoid something, it's something we really, really don't want, something that's not perhaps in our best interest. But when we procrastinate, that is something that is perhaps is in our best interest, but we're not necessarily saying no. We're saying not right now. We tend to put things in our path, obstacles, barriers, well, I would, but, or I have to do this first, or if it weren't for. It's like delaying the gratification, so we may want the success, but it's wanting it without the strain, the pain, the challenge that's involved. It's wanting it without the what we may perceive as negative consequences later on. But the truth is, to try anything, whether to succeed or fail, to try anything at all is to take a risk. We risk being exposed as something that perhaps doesn't fit into other people's narratives of us. We risk that scorn, but we also risk that praise, that admiration. I believe that successful people, and it doesn't matter what level they're at, it doesn't matter what they've achieved, it doesn't matter what they've accomplished. I tend to think that successful people recognize there are people out there that are just going to criticize and pour scorn no matter what. Because the truth is, there are people in this world that will only ever feel good about themselves if they're feeling better than you. And when we fear being rejected, well, sometimes we really have to look at the caliber of some of the people that we want to accept us. Do we really want to be accepted by them? Are they really friends? Do they really have our best interest at heart? Because the thing about success, just like with failure, it brings about personal growth, not just professional growth, personal growth. And sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to grow, to change, to at least try. We enjoy and we build on our successes, our victories, but we also learn from our failures. I guess it's about keeping things in perspective. And sometimes it's, well, to paraphrase someone else, sometimes we just have to acknowledge what other people think of me. It's none of my business. Thanks for watching. If you find this helpful, please like the video, please subscribe to my channel for further updates. If there's anything you would like me to cover in the future, please leave a comment in the box below. Till next time, thanks for watching.